release and add joy.
Okay, so everybody please take a deep breath from your belly and release on a long exhalation. And in our Zoom class, we've been working with James Gordon, and he is a physician who's worked a lot with refugees, and he really advocates soft belly. So let's do it. You breathe in and think soft. Exhale and think belly. Or he was working with some kids and they added smell the roses, blow out the candles. And do that a couple more times. And I am a big fan of having your energy field balanced in order to be really effective. And so Brain Gym, GYM, tells us all we need to do is cross crawl. So we can touch opposite elbow to opposite knee, or you can just tap, whatever works for you. It doesn't take very many. And the secret of Brain Gym is anything that crosses the midline. So figure eights, daisy chains, cross the midline. Okay, so we do all the clairvoyant work imagining a screen in front of you. And the reason for that is it keeps you from jumping into the person you're reading's head, which is invasive. So we want to stay in our own head and look at our screen. And we imagine having a little room in the center of your head with a throne or a chair, and you imagine sitting in it, looking out at your screen to do the work. And the reason that's so powerful is it aligns you with the sixth chakra in the brow. And we don't want to read from the, oh my God, second chakra, or the overly empathetic, sympathetic heart chakra. We want to do all our reading from a neutral, clear seeing sixth chakra. And one long exhalation, it calms the nervous system, the vagus nerve. Okay, so imagine a balloon on your screen, and please yell out what color your balloon is.
Green.
Yellow.
Okay, good. And then we're going to write in there, Allison, great joy in the coming year. So just imagine you're writing it like you have a big red marker. For Allison, great joy in the coming year. More joy. And then imagine that there's like a little cord on the balloon, like there often is. And our intention as a group, which is stronger than one person working together. Jesus said that if people are working together, it's stronger. And our intention is anything that stands in the way of more joy for Allison, for everybody in the group, is released down the grounding pipe. So you can just breathe it down. And you don't have to know what it is. Just imagine anything that stands in the way of our goal goes down the grounding pipe. And never be afraid of releasing anything icky, because Mother Earth likes it. It's like what you put in the compost pile. The worms, the wigglies, maggots, I don't care. The Mother Earth likes it. It's great for compost. So release. And then imagine that your balloon is filling with amusement. And just as a kind of a side note, I'd like you to be aware of how you manifest amusement. Do you see it? Which means you're visual. Do you hear it? Which means you're auditory. Do you feel it? Which means you're kinesthetic. Do you think about it? Which means you're auditory digital. Or do you just know that it's there? But however you deliver amusement, fill it 100%. And the reason for that is amusement creates flow. if we're trying really hard and we're kind of rigid, tense, it inhibits the flow of the Tao, as the Chinese philosophers say. So we want to be in amusement. And we can be amused at the lessons that our spirit has picked to work on in this lifetime. We can think of what Shakespeare said, that we're like actors on a stage. So once again, no little air pockets, 100% full of fluid, flowing, happy amusement. And then fill it 100% with enthusiasm. So enthusiasm for joy, permission for joy, permission to grow and learn, to understand why things happen with joy. And check 100% enthusiasm, no little empty spots. Then you can please get out your wands. And imagine that your fairy godmother drives up in her coach, and she gets out and has her wand in her hand and says, "Darling, I love to help you manifest your goals. Let me help you. Call on me whenever you need to manifest. I love it. It's my joy in life to help you manifest." And she gets her wand and she sprinkles gold miracle dust 100% in your balloon. So sprinkle away.
Just think happy thoughts.
And you can sprinkle joy into the top of your head. So everybody is manifesting joy that spreads throughout the room and throughout the house and throughout the future for all of you.
Joy for you, girl.
Hey, let's over there.
Joy.
You get joy, you get joy, you get joy.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a joy.
And then, yeah, you can send a little to your,
We're sending you some joy, Dale.
Yeah, you get it.
thank you. I feel it. Thank you. Nella feels it. All right. Then she gives you a kiss. She gets in her coach, goes off to help someone else. And now undo the cord on the balloon, turn it into a helium balloon. And this quest and matching, locking into, finding, discovering, harmonizing with joy is doing its work right now. And actually, not just for Allison, but for everybody. Gary Craig does emotional freedom, and he talks about borrowing benefits. So doing group work is a way to borrow benefits, and we can all expand our joy. And then the last step is an important one, and that's to imagine a gauge from 1 to 100. So it could be like a speedometer, it could be like a thermometer, it could be like the thermostat, but 1 to 100. And I'm going to ask you a question, and please get the answer in percentages. And again, I'm interested in you knowing your kind of dominant modality, how you get information. So see how you get the, or hear or know or whatever, how you get the answer. So the question is, how much permission do you give for you and for Allison to experience more joy, multiplying joy in the coming year? And yell out your percentages.
100.
Okay. And if anybody,
If
anybody's not at 100,
And I lowered it.
I did
You were 100 and
80.
I was like 20.
I did 80 because if you go too far, it's almost too much and you can't sustain it.
Oh.
okay.
What's
What-
the survivalist over here?
Yeah.
The survivalist.
if you're not at 100, move it up 10 today, and then 10 tomorrow until you get to 100. And the way I move it up is I imagine scrubbing a burnt rice cooking pan, but you may have a more effective way of scrubbing.
Yeah.
Do, I get out the good, I get out the toxic stuff.
Let's scrub, scrub, scrub.
That is
These are
hard.
those
Things you buy.
So, Allison, what were you at? You were at what?
At 100.
Okay.
Oh, good.
To give.
Over here.
Okay.
I know it's hard to give extra when you're still kind of underneath an ocean, you know what I mean? So, but that I recognize that it's okay to be in an ocean. I can still swoop up.
Right. But you were at 100, that's what we wanted. So if you all do this exercise again to achieve a goal and you're not at 100, which most people usually aren't, then scrub 10 today and then keep going till you get to 100. The reason for that is like someone could be 400 pounds and say, I want to lose weight. But their unconscious says, oh no, if you lose weight, you won't be safe, men will hit on you, you won't be like the other women in your family, whatever the unconscious block is. So this gauge for permission is important in dealing with any unconscious self-sabotage. So that's something that we need to include. Okay. Any questions, observations about that?
No, that makes total sense.
Yeah, I like the idea of borrowing benefits so that everyone benefits from a group exercise. And if you forget the steps, it's in Essential Energy Tools. Okay, I just wanted to say a word about the experiments. So, Corinne, what props do you have?
I have the money and the wands, and we have crystal pendulum.
Oh, did you all make the pendulums?
Allison bought them for us.
Oh, okay. All righty. Then, and you all have the 2-page handout, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Let's say a word about the pendulum. So, it's really important when you're doing any kind of intuitive work that you do what's called test in the clear. Because if my energy field is switched, I'm going to get the opposite answer.
Because we're doing the yes.
I
and
got
no.
the opposite of everybody. else.
So we should have those.
So we were
when
playing with
do
him
the reading?
yesterday and I was teaching him how to do the yes and the no.
Oh, good. So this is the way to test anything, muscle test yourself. You may have had a chiropractor who muscle tests. This you can do yourself. You take your dominant pointer finger and you put the middle finger on the nail bed and you're going to resist with the pointer finger and push with the middle finger. And if a statement is true, it'll be strong. And if it's a weak, it'll test weak. Okay. So we adore Adolf Hitler. So it should test weak. Okay.
Get out of
I
here.
was like.
No, we didn't like him. That was not true.
Push. Yeah.
And let's do this is May 2023. We're in month of May 20. So that should test strong. But a lot of times the traditional way to test in the clear is your name. So my name is Gail, my name is Minnie Mouse. And a lot of times I'll test strong on my name is Minnie Mouse. So I know I'm scrambled. So the way to clear is to cross crawl. And let me just show you a few other ones because this is such a powerful thing for staying centered. And that is, you can do it sitting down. Cross your right ankle over left.
Mhm.
Cross your left wrist over right. Put your palms together and your fingers together. Go under. And breathe with your tongue on the roof of the mouth. Exhale, tongue on the floor of the mouth. A couple times. And then switch and left ankle over right, right wrist over left, And breathe. And then anything that crosses the midline. So like if you're driving, you can you can draw and look with your eyes at a daisy chain, which is you make a horizontal figure 8, look at it, and a vertical figure 8, that's the daisy chain. And when you do this, you always start on the up, not the down, and alternate if you start right or left. So it's simply a way, if you're at a red light and you're feeling a little off center, you can daisy chain or just do a horizontal figure 8. Or while you're driving at a red light, you can do that. And we know that breathing is easy. You can do that when you're anywhere. And this James Gordon, who we've been working with, he advocates what he calls chaotic breathing, where you do like breath of fire in yoga and go like this. So try that. So you're like a chicken and doing breath of fire.
Yeah, like this.
So you're kind of like, you're like hitting your ribs. So if you want to give yourself a little centering thing, you could do what he calls chaotic breathing, and I call chicken breathing. And then you can get centered again, cross crawl, tongue on the roof of the mouth, tongue on the floor of the mouth. What the tongue business does is it connects the governing meridian that goes up the spine to here, and the central meridian that goes up the midline to here. So it's calming. It makes that kind of nice connection. Okay, so the point is, when you're doing the pendulum, always test in the clear. My name is Allison. My name is Minnie Mouse.
Okay.
And you know what to do if you don't test in the clear. And you can program it, or you can ask it, show me a yes, show me a no, and see what it says. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I wouldn't decide to have brain surgery based on what the pendulum told me, but it's just another tool to kind of tune into your body. Okay. So we did the goal. So the money thing is, oh, I should have had you do that when we did the goal. Well, no, because we were doing joy. So the reason what I do with the money is do the goal visualization with the money in your hands, and for unexpected money. So that was that. Do you have any cards around, playing cards?
Do what? Tarot cards?
I didn't bring playing cards.
I think.
Because you can do clairvoyant.
We have tarot cards.
Okay, well then you can play with, is this a number, or is this a person card? Whatever you could see the different kind of categories of the tarot cards, and then pick one and ask, is it a this or that? And then look and see.
Okay.
If it was a regular deck, would you ask, is it black or red? Or
Oh. And yeah, and then if you got good, you do what suit it is.
oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, she got, and
Oh,
she did
she had
too.
cards.
She had regular cards. Okay. Corinne has regular.
Corinne is the
cards.
girl. Everything.
Oh,
She
good.
found-
But I was gonna be disappointed if you didn't have those. I had it.
Speak from the chair.
Yeah, it looks like a condom, but.
It does. I was like,
Yeah.
And then another thing you could do is just take coins from your purse, and then say, I want to see a heads, or I want to see a tails, or so you could see if you could influence it, or you could see, is it a heads or a tail?
Okay. So you think beforehand what you want to see.
And you could try seeing if it's more effective if the whole group thinks it.
Oh, wow.
Like if we all think we want heads, or we all think we want a red card, or we all think we want what do you call cards that are like king and queen and
Face
Bird,
cards,
face
face
card.
card.
base
Okay.
card? Yeah, so you could play with that. And that's clairvoyance and ESP. You could are there candles there?
Yes.
We do have
Oh, we
candles.
do.
It's got it all.
You want us to light one?
You could see if you can bend the candle flame as a group.
You can talk about bending spoons too. I was like,
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I don't know
What?
the bending spoons.
You, but you don't want to wreck their spoons.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that takes a lot of time though, right? Spin the spoon.
For me, Susanna, we have someone in our Tuesday group who she deals with her frustration by bending spoons, and I could show you a picture actually, but she'll like circle, so they're all in a little like a vine, all twisted. They're not just bent. So it's easy for her because she's got a lot of angst, but I think it's harder if you don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You could have one person put something in a bag. Well, let me do that right now.
I'm thinking Tuesday.
And then you can remote view it. So, excuse me.
So yeah, we do a Zoom. We're doing for a little while.
Yeah,
We do a Zoom class every other Tuesday night. with her.
Okay, so I put something in this bag, and the way you do remote viewing is you just kind of doodle. So you have a paper and pen and just draw what your hand wants to draw, and